And we are underway here this evening as the first pitch misses for ball one. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
And they were able to come away with the victory last night, so another performance like that would make their manager a happy man.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. To third. Barrios scoops it up and taken in out there for the first out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He's got that batting average over 300 on the season. A milestone any hitter would be proud of. Been aggressive at the right times, and he's not taking himself out of at-bats by swinging at bad pitches.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. And with that, let's check out the Biloxi defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Ortiz moves over.
Mine.
And that's the third out. So a fairly painless top of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Roger Katimer will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone. Chris Tony will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, when you have a rough day at the plate, it's all about letting it go. You can't dwell on it for too long.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
2-1 after the foul ball there.
Ball.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
1 strike.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4. Alexi Ramirez will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 home. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And a swing and a miss by Ramirez as he's down on strikes here for out number 2. Patrick Workman will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Line towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Fernando Guzman will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
And it'll remain 1-2 as this is fouled back right off the catcher's mask that time, as he may need a second to clear the cobwebs here. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied. Greg Dove will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Outside, 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Lionel Whitting.
Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Keys will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Edwin Ledford. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, Matt, the pitcher may have thought the runner might be on the move right there, so he slide steps to hang on to him.
Now a swing and a fly ball, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
Hey, let's turn 2, huh?
0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command, 1-2.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside and then get him out with pitches away.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. In now, Andres Fabregas. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Fabregas.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, he's gotten away here early with leaving some of these pitches out over the middle of the plate, especially to start some of these at-bats.
Hit sharply toward the right side. Oh, and this goes right past him. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, and that play was just an absolute mess. I mean, if you want to see a manager lose his mind, try letting a guy score from first on an error. And that's an absolute gift of a run there.
Roger Katimer will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Too high. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. Down the first baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, we've already seen one unearned run cross the plate tonight. He's maybe setting him up for another. You've got to pick up your pitcher out there.
Chris Tony is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Boy, I'll tell you what, after seeing 2 errors in the inning, as a pitcher, you pretty much have to go into strikeout mode.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. In to score, the runner from third. Around third and being waved on home. And not in time as the second run scores. Alexi Ramirez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
0-1, here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 3 runs on just 1 lone hit, 2 costly errors. Patrick Workman is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Into the windup and the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Gets him fishing for it. And then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the putout at first.
Standing in now, Fernando Guzman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here's a high pop-up. Aidenhart is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Greg Dove. He drew a walk his first time up. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Hit down the third base line, but this will get foul for strike 2. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Keys is under this one, and that will retire the side. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. Lionel Whitting will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
Nobody.
Now a hard liner.
That ball's foul.
But this is a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Edwin Ledford will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Andres Fabregas will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Hot shot to third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Roger Katimer is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And we got 2.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Chris Toney steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Strike him out now. Get him yourself.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Boy, and Mother Nature is letting us have it right now. It's coming down harder than it has all night.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. A dive, and he can't hang on.
Safe.
And he is in there.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch down.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our top player of the game.